techies just ever present and annoying. Seems like not the easiest time for Team Spirit to get off the ground running. Or to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Hellraisers here.
The blink timing collapse. I think he's by far the most important hero here for Team Spirit, and he was the intro hero, guys. Here, I'll let you guys know. They can't see it, but he's got 6 wins in a row as Earthshaker in his pups.
Oh, very strong. As we head into game 3, a quick video from EGB. Sponsors.
О, неплохо для
Prepare for battle.
You've been disrupted.
Да я не
О,
мыслю
неплохо
так
для старика.
мелко, да я не мыслю так мелко, я глобально мыслю.
You've been disrupted.
And away we go. Ramses, Dragonite, position 1 DK, Shadowfiend mid, Lycan off lane, Antares Techies and Solo Disruptor. Hellraisers bringing out a ton of little bits of flavor and signature heroes to round out their draft, while Trent, Team Spirit, bringing back the DP, Earthshaker for Collapse. There's some tasty stuff here that they can kind of weasel themselves out of tough situations and maybe turn team fights.
Yeah, I mean, I said it wasn't my favorite, but he's won 2 games so far this season with it. In some tough ones, I mean, they were down a little bit to Hydro. Not down, but kind of even for a lot of the game, and then eventually he breaks out and gets the W. He had a 12-minute blink in that game, the end of the game 13-8 and 13. So certainly you can see how that can turn into a solid W. Then versus Darkside. Let me see. When did he actually get his blink dagger in this game? Eventually found himself into an arcane blink, but it was around 10:48 blink
Oh,
versus
неплохо для
Darkside.
старика.
So very important to get that quick blink going.
Especially as a core. Like we've seen these position 4 Earthshakers be like, no, I don't want to get shard or blink. Where's my money coming from?
Yeah. I can struggle with it there, but overthrow bosses battle. Tipped collapse.
Sí, sí.
He's the overthrow
Sí,
boss.
sí. Muchas
I
gracias.
don't know what that means. Overthrow bosses battle. All I do in overthrow is pick bristle back and get rampages by turning around on people.
I like to pick Venomancer and just place a billion wards.
Oh man.
You know how everyone fights in their little corner?
Yeah.
I just like to make one infested with wards, and it never wins. It's terrible, but it's fun.
Yeah, if Bristleback's banned, I go for the Lesh or the Viper to do the same thing that you just mentioned. You just spam, Nether Toxin or Split Earth all over the map.
Lesh would be really funny with Shard. I've never seen that actually.
Lesh with Shard drops the game's FPS to like 3. You're like, nobody can do anything. There's like 20 Split Earths. You've got Pulse Nova and Lightning Storm bouncing everywhere. Everything's reduced cooldown. It's super fun.
Begins.
But anyway,
We'll see if this turns into overthrow like they're saying it's going to.
yeah, we need those little orbs to appear on the floor. Get the buffs and bonuses. A sneaky bounty and grab by Mira gets the 2 for 2 trade. Playing under his observer ward to spot Ramses walking up. Mira might be in a little bit of danger with a glimpse coming from Solo.
Give me a lot of damage.
Looks like he's fast enough to keep himself out of the range of it. Oh, do they have another Dragon Tail here into glimpse?
They do, but it won't kill.
Okay.
Well, maybe it would have killed. I don't know. Isn't the max damage like 150?
I'm not sure. Depends how many hits Ramsey will get in, I guess. Would have been annoying for Mira no matter what.
That was clever. Still glimpsed him right away when he came to the lane like that. That was really smart,
Dyer's
actually.
courier has been killed.
It was like a free max damage glimpse.
Big damage.
Yeah. Clever.
Antares losing his courier. Naposhka's undying, already getting up there in front of them. And Lycan trying to drag waves with wolves. Looks like he's going to be successful to do so. Oh, where's he sending them? Wolves,
They're just doing
left,
little
right,
loops
up, down.
here, yeah.
Free money for the undying. And Yatra last hitting under tower. Doing very well. As a Drow Ranger. And not the ideal lane for an Antares techies. Lycan doesn't give you, too much in the way of setup. So they're going to be aiming to chip people down and unlock the techie's potential.
Yeah, this is a spam stickies and then eventually, I assume, blast off the range creep lane. Oh, nice timing there with the last. That was kind of cool. I know you guys are watching mid, but he used the timing of the sticky bomb and a last hit as well. So even without the blast off, he can much more safely grab the range creep, which I feel like I don't see as often. I guess because the 5 could theoretically drag it away. So you can only do it with a certain spacing.
It can get a little hard to manage. Foxy's doing a great job sticking on top of Miero. Looks like mid lane, Kiyotaka getting ahead of the Death Prophet by a little bit, spending a lot of regen to do so though.
Oh. Interesting. I was wondering why he was. Yeah, I was wondering why he was holding the point.
That stops Miposhka from killing Miero. Tombstone gonna get killed off. Zombies are dead. Tombstone down. Antares pops the fairy fire. Miposhka tanking a ton of tower hits, but had a full stick. They're getting a bit messy down in that bottom lane. Everywhere else is super chill. Mid lane just farming to farm. Top lane looks like Earthshaker doing very well for himself. Even with the Dragon Knight in farm.
No.
Man, that is wild to see the taser this early though. Like, there's so many times you don't see it until like after level like 7 or whatever, or even later sometimes.
Oh.
First blood.
But it's been working.
Level
Now
2.
you know the stakes of the fight.
Not well enough though.
Man, they're killing a like in a big one. And looks like Miposhka's going to stop them from dragging the lane
Radiant
as well.
structures are fortified.
Now, you know what's funny is that in the past week, there have been so many techies games, but you scroll through them all, there's only one player who has taken techies, taken taser at level 2, and it was both Antares.
Oh yeah?
All these other people playing it, no one else has ever done this, and yet, you know, he has busted out in his pubs before. Once versus an Undying, so, you know, he's done the legwork here.
I just don't let him punch you when he's got the 10 stacks of decay. You get a bit nasty. Get into a fight with the Undying. And again, Miposhka's there. Body block up the wave, make sure there's no pulling going on. Under no threat of dying. Yeah, again, it's Lycan unable to play forward when the techies throws these sticky bombs at people.
Radiant
We see
are
Kiyotaka
scanning.
there, a little worse for wear, heading back to his fountain. The Larl and Mira make an appearance in that mid lane.
Can't let you have that.
Yeah, wave's under the tower though. His own wave also gonna get there. Oh, Larl, good body block. All right, that was huge actually. Big body block mid there. I'll make sure you get some more denies and reduce, or rather increase, I guess, what Kiyotaka is gonna end up missing.
Collapse is getting quite a lot out of this top lane. Already has his soul ring. Continually spamming out his enchant totem to secure last hits. No denies yet for him. Focused on gathering farm for himself. Not been too easy for this Ramsey solo lane. Not going to control the wave as you would like to, especially when solo just gets dumpstered by the Earthshaker Rubik down to 300 HP. In a matter of seconds, and Fisher blocks off as well. Tango's alive, he can cut himself through, but the damage is done by collapse. Bottom. The wolves are chasing him. Zombies. Oh, they've saved him. The zombies kill off the wolves, keep Miposhka alive. Nothing being gained by Hellraisers. Kiyotaka needing a TP from Solo to refill his bottle as well. Thinking about the go onto Larl here. Couple of raises. Still holding this level 2 glimpse, and Larl just stands there with Spirit Siphon going. Even going to TP the Rubik into mid. Mirror glimpsed back up the top. Probably expecting that. Comes in, fade bolts, and then he's straight back into lane.
Kind of okay with it, you know? Unfortunately, it means he won't get to the rune in time, though. Although, Solo isn't in position anyway, and it doesn't matter. I don't know, would have just denied it anyway, right? So.
And then the bottle refill for Larl. Miposhka coming in there, and Mirror gets back into the SF. Good telekinesis. Long range raise, not enough to finish him. Magic stick, fairy fire, all the good stuff. Keep him alive. A lot of action aiming towards mid as Antares now making an appearance. Good movement from Miposhka to dodge the sticky bomb. Mira thunderstruck, but still surviving. Everybody on the edge of their seats, like it's on the die. Getting so close. Hellraiser still can't get a kill.
We talk about like the need for the blink here on the Earthshaker. I'm kind of curious if there will be a blink from Ramses. So the last time we saw the safe lane DK, he had messed around with like the idea, he's kind of queuing up radiance and stuff. Same thing with
You wanted that.
but he did go for a blink because they had the mid SF. Very similar situation. Right now, Kiyotaka though, queuing up the blink. As Miposhka is battling away this terrible techies. He's back off of me here as he drops the tombstone and will farm with the small cap. But I wonder if Kiyotaka's blink will change Ramses into being more of this like hardcore farmer. He just perks up the full Falcon Blade. Okay, so he's going blink too then. So they'll go double blink plus Lycan Helm. Very aggressive.
I mean, we saw an SF not too long ago go for his blink rush and then do very little with it.
Oh, that was a sad game.
That was a really sad game, yeah. Wasn't really able to play as active as he would have liked. Definitely a downside to the item. You're investing in the ability to play with the rest of your team and make those jumps, but you are fully reliant on the DK as your only form of initiation right now. Miero not having the greatest of times down bottom. Bottom of the net worth of all the cores. Closing in on his helm, so timing will come in a minute or so. That's when the pressure begins, but Yaturo's had complete free farm in that bottom lane.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's one person we haven't talked a lot about, and that's because it's actually been a much quieter game than most of the Drought games we're used to. I feel like Drought's been punished a lot lately because they get shoved into the jungle. Oftentimes before, like level 6, we've seen it happen, and they're just like struggling the whole game, trying to get back into it. We all know the power once you get 3 items. But Yaturo going to be ready in an earlier time. His positioning, though, is going to be a little bit tough to play through, I feel like, with all these blinks and how aggressive Hellraisers are going to be early.
Yeah. So much difficult here for Hellraisers to guard their tier 1 mid. Hunteress loses half his health.
Radiant's top
So
tower
Crypt Swarm
is
out of
under
the Death
attack.
Prophet. Exo's still going on the tower, and the tombstone well placed. Boschka does have a level in Soul Rip, but opts to hold it rather than heal his tombstone, which was likely dead regardless. Bit of pressure from HR top, though, with the first dragon form. And a bit of damage on that tier 1. Yeah, very slow, steadfast game here.
I would really like to see a grab up top. How about this?
Echo into Fisher. TP from Law. Finish off Ramses. Hey, you want to stun me and deny my creeps under my tower? Collapses, absolutely
good.
not.
Nice setup there from Mir for the easy TP finish from Laurel. Straight back to the mid. I was going to say, I'd like to see Hellraisers try and get a ward in between the tier 1 and the tier 2 mid. It's a bit tough with their heroes, unfortunately, but I think they need to be ready to defend their tier 1 in the mid lane. Because that's going to be the next goal here from Team Spirit, almost certainly in 70 seconds, and Exorcism is back up. And in order to like try and keep any sort of pressure on Yatoro, I think it's really important they try and keep this mid lane tower like secured and safe right now to keep pushing it back.
Yatoro? Oh my god, that's just perfection.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He gusts the centaur, makes sure he doesn't get stunned, and knows there are no stuns in this lane. But he's in this game. TP's out, avoids the gank. Now he's back out on the map, ready to farm, while the rest of his team starting to swarm up top.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
TP down
attack.
bottom to try and safeguard the tier 1 with the level 1 tombstone. See what he gets done there. I'm not sure the rest of the squad will be joining him. DD Death Prophet ready to go for the push onto that top tower. Just trying to drag the creeps around.
Are scanning.
I guess he knows at least there's no shapeshift to deal with.
Yeah, it is funny to be here without TP though. Like, obviously he's on cooldown still, but you might want to get that sent out pretty soon, because currently his career is just sitting at the tier 2 trying not to die.
Those orbs and smoke, very important. They even scanned into the dire top jungle.
How are they just losing mid for
Solo.
free? This is crazy. They
Radiant's
just
bottom
took all the
tower
pressure up top, and the catapult just took mid.
Dire's middle
6 health
tower
deny.
has been denied.
Hunter.
Radiant's bottom tower
Kill it as a glimpse up top into the snapping storm, sets up on collapse. Shadow Fiend and Dragonite more than enough damage to take him down, so they guard their top tier 1 and get a pretty decent kill. The trouble being, Earthshaker already bought his blink, so he's ready with Blink Echo as soon as he's respawned.
Man, I get it for Hellraisers because they recognize like, hey, they're gonna push top. We all need to defend. But the fact that there's just no one mid, that stinks. It's like Yara was passively farming the wave out, and then the wave just killed the tower.
Soft push.
Yeah, it's like no punish on that whatsoever, and that's just gonna make the Ancients feel so much safer for Yadro, right?
Сейчас
Yeah,
поиграем.
they're all stacked up for him. Large camp and Ancients. Lots of bank being built up for the Drow Ranger. Won't get the
You've got
illusion room as
Dire's
Solo
top tower
denies
is
it.
under attack.
Kiyotaka even blinked
Dire's
towards it to try and
structures
take
are
it.
fortified.
This means another Exo for LOL. We'll gather another objective for Team Spirit. So lifting it up for now.
Well, it is definitely smoke and go time here. Like 25 seconds till static storm, but we have blink on Shadow Fiend, blink
Dire's
on
top
Dragon Knight.
tower
Like,
is under attack.
let's do something, team.
Yeah, it's just the trouble
Dire's
being
top tower
Collapse is
has
hiding in the
fallen.
fog with Blink Echo Slam. Your double blinks counteracted by this one man's blink.
Someone's got to get a ward on, I think.
You see all these little wards in the river and down on low grounds to try and scout movement between lanes.
Dire are
Just need
scanning.
that one high ground bit of vision. Spot where people are heading.
And there goes that ward. You know,
Yep.
one of the few wards they had taken away from Mira here. So it looks like the full team is here to just help protect Yadro. Oh yeah, we'll get this gold. All right, that's a big old hard camp. That was like a 4 stack there. So picking up the possessed mask. Currently, she's already top of the board, by the way.
Exactly. That is going to accelerate even further.
Trying to get a ward up there.
Oh yeah, he got the sentry down. He's trying to de-ward this obs, but Mira protecting it. Maybe with Ramses coming in, they can get a grab on the Rubik. The Blink Dragon Tail starts things off, but the Drow Ranger from the high ground. Static Storm to cancel the multi-shot with a stolen one from Mira, and Lal charges forward. Looking for Ramses, but they'll hold the DP back.
Collapse mid, smokes.
Straight onto the Shadow Fiend. Oh, with Miposhka here, they should have enough damage. Requiem wound up, thrown out. TP attempt. Get knocked down to the zombies, and they get the kill. Oh, man. Shadow Fiend is such a fragile target with this blink into Mithril Hammer build. How he wishes he had it out of the Ogre Axe right now.
Yeah, actually lives there. That is a painful one. Put that one in the memory bank, folks. When you go to choose which one to buy, you know, just think about it.
Stats over damage. That's what you want. Yeah, there's so much room for Drow Ranger to get herself farming. But then you look at the next 3 heroes on the net worth board, and Hellraisers had a lot of time for Miera to farm all through bottom jungle, keep that bottom wave pushed in. Shadow Fiend and Dragon Knight doing well for themselves, even with these Blink Rush builds. They've not fallen to the wayside
Radiant are scanning.
of their progression, and now even a smoke from Solo and Ramses, scanned by the Radiant, so they know something's coming. And a bunch of wolves.
He feels committed. Oh, the smoke bomb. Oh, Ramses. Oh, he throws him with the voice line too. Oh my.
Radiant's
Solo is
middle
real,
tower
dude.
is under attack.
Solo finally gets the D-ward he's been waiting so long for.
I know how to handle such power.
Yeah, they just can't push this tier 1. It's too challenging. Even with no echo for 60 seconds, they're afraid of what's lurking in the shadows. Observer ward placed, Miposhka will scout them coming. Another smoke, this time Shadow Fiend and Techies. Wandering up towards the top. Antares has his shard coming, which is a pretty big deal. And they'll make a move onto Yatoro, big gust back, blast off forward. TP's coming in though, and Collapse is there. They'll save the day and get the kill on Techies.
Dreams do come true.
While in the mid lane, Ramses blinks forward. Flipped by the Rubik Static Storm, as another one dropped in there with a field. Stunning at the DP, Yatoro healed by the Saurus, Niero, Wolf chasing Yatoro, glimpsed across, they're hunting the Drow. The Gust misses, but still a bit of a gap here and saved by Collapse. The Enchanted Fisher kills off the Wolf. Oh my god, Team Spirit just out-executing Hellraisers.
I'm really surprised they didn't. I mean, I get the idea of like not wanting to miss the kill because you missed the shard or whatever. Like it's like, oh, I should have went for it even without the shard. So we might have had the kill, but like, I feel like every kill is so important right now. Like you've already missed some of the opportunities with the blinks. You should really wait for that perfect moment, and it was like 5 seconds away. having Shard there to go into Yatoro. And then you could have had the Blink combo with the Reckoning of Souls. That was a strange decision to me.
It's just they feel so desperate, right? They bought these blinks, and you know that you have to use that investment to get kills, to keep yourselves in this. It feels like one of those games where Dra Ranger can kind of 1v5. And now she has that BKB. The amount of protection she's had from the Earthshaker and the Rubik. It's been insurmountable so far for HR. And they still try to bang their heads against the wall of the mid lane tower. They get the D ward at least, so no more sneaky scouting from Team Spirit.
Yeah, with Collapse smoked up here again.
Or Kiyotaka.
Come on and slam!
Straight up Fisher Blink Echo.
Return to the earth.
Oh, that's a dire ward. They just wait. How did they know it was there?
They saw him hit the camp.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Ah, yes.
Yes. And yes. Low middle hammer was still being enjoyed just by the Orex now while he's dead. That doesn't shock him.
And Yatro's gusting Ramses, who just blinks towards the wave.
No. We've got nothing.
Spirit, maybe thinking about Roshan here with Flash Golem, so tons of damage. To give Aegis to Yatoro here. And Dra Ranger looks incredibly strong. Team Spirit. Really a surge in dominance here in game 3. 7-1. They don't have that net worth lead, but it feels like this pressure is building and eventually pipe is going to burst as Antares tries to patch it up, but both him and Solo get taken down quickly.
What were they doing? Like, honestly, what was that? I guess they have a blink. All right, sorry, I'm being way too harsh. They had a blinking SF and DK coming from the north. Maybe the timing works out well. I have bird's eye view.
Yeah,
It looked a little strange.
It still does feel like they're trying to slap flex tape onto all these situations. Like
Hey, well, that stuff works. Have you seen the commercials? All right.
That's why I said trying. They're trying to do it, but they're not succeeding.
Okay. I just don't want you disparaging the good name of flex tape because I don't know. It looks like the boat floats after they put on the flex tape.
The pipe stopped bursting and just put a flex tape on
now. The seemingly giant dunk tank that they drill a hole into no longer leaks water with the flex tape.
Here's the problem. They bought the store brand of flex tape. They bought the Tesco value.
You gotta get TV only. All right. Buy now, get 2 Sentry for free.
Dire's top
Postage and
tower is
packaging
under
not included.
attack.
Comes with a free
Radiant's
chia pet.
bottom tower is under attack.
What do they call it in America? In England, postage and packaging, but in the US, it's just delivery
Radiant's
cost. What do
middle
they call
tower
it?
is under
Shipping, I
attack.
guess. Yeah.
Take that.
Radiant's
P&P
structures
just sounds
are
way more
fortified.
intellectual and funny.
Dire's structures
Well,
are
EGB,
fortified.
they have intellectual odds right here.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
they
is under
wisely
attack.
calculate that Hellraisers are in trouble.
They are.
Yeah. Don't let that under 1K gold lead fool you, ladies and gentlemen. This game is in a much more dire strait than
Dire's
that.
top tower has fallen.
It's an alk game.
But it's a similar idea.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, they're going on mirror bottom. Healed up by the soul rip, steals the breathe fire, turns and battles Ramses, but the dragon proves to be stronger with his angry horde behind him. Kiyotaka's still going forward on this. Kill off Miponchka. It's a decent spree to steal, but a BKB expended for a couple of support kills. He's got to feel awkward
Radiant's
for
middle
HR.
tower is under attack.
They need it mentality-wise. Like, they just got to get something going.
They share
These
my
blinks have not resulted in a lot of kills, obviously. And, well,
and move on.
that was the shotgun coming out here with the old barrage for like 1,000 damage in a second.
Yeah. Say goodnight, Mr. Techies. I can't even click on the death summary. He died so quickly. And now you can have double BKB on HR. So finally we get to the point where the culmination of all these hero picks and items will come to fruition. Blast off from Techies, Blink DK stun with BKB, Blink Requiem with BKB on the Shadow Fiend. So team fight winnability just increased by like 300% for HR. Aegis still in hand for 2 minutes on the Drow Ranger. Might be a bit of a problem for them, so they're going to look at other targets. And the Dire Vision does see Team Spirit smoke there. Yatro, Mira, Miposhka all spotted by Kiyotaka.
That should help.
Last time we had this build from Kitagi, he went Scotty next. Here's what he does this year.
Shapeshift and a jump stun. Miposhka blown up. HR sprinting forward, glimpsing Mira back into the claws of Miero. Yatro trying to launch out these multi-shot projectiles, but in the end has the Hurricane Pike and gust away.
Oh, blinking one. They could kill him
They
twice here.
easy enough to grab him. Yeah, Ranger all caught up, but don't forget, Collapse is in the back, waiting.
Radiant's
Moment to
middle
strike.
tower
Ramsey's
is under
BKB's
attack.
up. Here comes, but it's all too early. Kiyotaka didn't time it. Yatro BKBs and starts to sprint away. And no! Oh dear, that's not good. Still on the Ramsey's no head. The blast off in of the DP now though. Collapse being whacked by Kiyotaka. Good two-man Fisher. And Chance and stuns up the Shadow Fiend. But Shake. Oh, save
Just like me for real.
He's away from there. A serious
Dire's
come with me
top
moment.
tower is
If
under
anyone's
attack.
old enough to remember that moment.
That's a boomer reference. Oh, unfortunate there from Collapse. Not sure. It didn't look like, because he blinked immediately after. I'm not sure if he was clipped by something and didn't realize, or if it was just a straight up fat finger. But the Echo, well, it was a bit silent on that
Are
one.
scanning.
Not a great one. It could have been huge there for Team Spirit to turn the tides around that Dry Ranger Aegis. And now maybe a bit more confidence for HR. There's a long cooldown on Echo Slam. They can regroup, go for another move into that bottom jungle, look for tier 2 mid, think about that next Roshan in around 3 minutes. Put themselves in a good spot, still dead even in terms of net worth difference between the two teams.
Yeah, I mean, we were doom and glooming a little bit for Hellraisers, but part of the condition of Team Spirit feeling very strong and continuing ahead is getting a lot out of that Aegis, which I wouldn't necessarily say they did. Like, I felt like they were really strong and they were going to push forward and smoke, and like the Echo Slam's been so solid from Collapse. They have this vision and chase down here that I feel like they've been winning the ward battle throughout a lot of this game, so I was just feeling really good about their chances, but at this point, it starts to even out a little bit more once you start to see these BKBs come out here on the Shadow Fiend and the DK, because they look pretty potent in these fights now.
Yeah, definitely able to hold their own. DP does have hers now, though. So Lol with the BKB and looks like Blink next down the pipeline. Needs to be able to get on top of those backliners, the techies and the disruptor. Pretty easy targets to hunt down
Dire's
and kill.
top tower is under attack.
Solo smoke breaks. Miposhka on that high ground. A long TP out. Gets away from there before the end vision is placed. This is where HR want to be. Enemy Ancients.
Yeah.
Try and pressure tier 1. Control Roshan. That's the name of the game for them.
They just want to put some pressure with this Ramsey's DK. Like, I want them to think that they're going to get DK stunned into techies and explode, right? He's trying to give himself some more survivability there on Antares by going in towards the Eul Scepter after. Also has some offensive capabilities. But, you know, like, if you can get the vision, like right now, like the Wolves running through Collapse, you know, like you pre-cast Euls on Collapse. This guy doesn't have the blink quite yet. That could be a huge fight-winning moment.
Try and keep tabs on him. Neither team feeling comfortable or confident to go and head into an all-out fight. Just trying to stay tight, play together. Team Spirit bottom jungle. Not the ideal place. They still want to pivot up towards top, think about Roche. And HR just dealing with that midway for now.
I think the gem is a big issue here. Like, the fact that the poach got lost that over, because now the Wolves are a real threat. Like, I keep seeing these Wolves run through. They get some vision. Eventually, they run through a sentry, and then, you know, maybe they're not as valuable anymore. But if you think about how they want to set these fights as Team Spirit, like, if the Wolves find Collapse, the fight is pretty hard for Team Spirit.
Yeah, there's even the Drow Ranger Shadowblade as well.
Yeah, true.
Keep eyes on her.
And they just have no idea when the Wolves are following them now anymore.
Oh, but that's a change-up. Double damage rune. Well, Lal just gonna bottle it up.
Grabs it. Yeah, too worried about someone else getting there or creating a situation. I mean, Yadro also is all the way up top, so the Wolves find him. Again, no vision, but
Radiant's top
he
tower
had
is
just
under
gone into
attack.
this. Never mind.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That'll help.
Doing a jump on Antares. Shadow Fiend clears up Miposhka and Collapse dead as well. Huge burst of damage from Hellraisers as Lal might be in a bit of danger himself. BKB's up and runs away from the ancient granite golem, but now glimpsed in. Solar dragged it towards the Shadow Fiend, and 3 huge kills as HR dismantling Team Spirit now. Drow Ranger force staffing away from the kinetic field, and HR just going to cool things off a little bit here. Roshan's alive in 10 seconds, and with those 3 kills, that means a freebie for them. If they can scout it.
Is this just a case of a fraudulent carry? It's like you got some false gold here. It's like, yeah, oh, my Drow's been owning. My Drow's farming really well. Game is good, but then you're like, oh wait, it's Drow. Right, she needs like 2 more items before she's like really scary. Whereas these guys, you get Blink, BKB on Shadow Fiend. It's a little more frightening than a Drow, even if she has 5,000 more gold right now.
Yeah, and they've built to counter her as well with these blink daggers, right? Just being able to jump in. Drow Ranger's never comfortable just standing there and fighting. That's why she's got BKB, Hurricane Pike, Silver Edge.
Probably the most important person on their team died with nothing. That's a big one. Does BKB though, ready to rock and roll, so hopefully not gonna get chained down this time.
Yeah, like the surprise factor is so important for HR. If they can find collapse, all of the team fight for Team Spirit goes down the drain. Rubik and Undying, they're giving a bit of utility, but they don't give you that overwhelming power in these 5v5 clashes. And now a Dragon Knight has an Aghanim Scepter.
I started believing Earthshaker this game. He's just a Greek hero, guys. Don't ever fall for it, you know?
But the comeback potential, you never count him out. High ground defense is king.
I mean, that is true, though.
Fast as a guiding dragon.
Overwatch Lord Trent.
Yeah, I'm just hitting grief. Like, I don't even watch the replay. I see Shaker.
Did he feed down mid? Nah. Did he drop his items? Nah. What did he do? He picked Shaker.
Yeah, it's no good. Lovely.
Right to jail. Right to jail.
Still love him. Straight to jail. Yeah.
Spirit maybe feeling a little bit desperate. Wants to break out of the rut they're in. This dead even game is now swung to a 6k lead for HR. And level-wise, looking at this SF and DK scaling incredibly well. 17 for them. Drow, yes, is level 19, top of the net worth. But if she gets jumped, she dies quickly.
I mean, with that critical damage to the Necromastery, you know, could be pretty nasty. They certainly have the burst to follow up here if they get a DK stun. I mean, Antares and friends.
Little Wolfie.
What's Solo up to anyway? I feel like what's he quietly farming? He got himself a 4-staff. No early ags this game.
Yeah, he's 3 slotted. He's done. Tranquils, 1 4-staff. Sorry, and the Windlace. Yeah, I'll never forget that. We'll always do that, by the way. If you buy Tranquils, buy another Windlace. Go fast. Make yourself speed.
That's the Treant build. That's a personal favorite.
It's every support build now. Just buy Windlace is good. Even carries, buy Windlace. Move between camps faster. Oh, it's worth it.
Oh, using the gem and the sticky bomb there. They're trying to skip the support out. There you go.
See the SF. Gives them a bit of a view on the SF, but after that jumps the Drow Ranger. Chain stunning onto the Archer. Oh, they're going to blow him up. All the soul rip, nowhere near enough to heal them. Drow dead. And now the chase is on. Hellraisers just pummeling Team Spirit into the ground. Target close to death. He will fall, but as Aegis Crane collapse. The Echo and BKB for this one. They'll lose LOL nonetheless. Collapse with the TP. BKB'd up. Gets back to Fountain. Nearly dies just to the right clicks. Well, Mira. A couple of taps to the back of the head, and HR will glimpse him. He's dead.
Under attack.
Tier 2 for Hellraisers, and maybe even just game 3 for Hellraisers at this point.
Things are so good with their item timings. But it was like the Drow was there and everything else like to be set up for her. Like she was just ready to like roll the ball down and knock some pins, but there was no setup.
Look at them go.
They floundered a bit. Yeah, I mean they feel it. They know that like things don't necessarily get that much worse for them, but they're so strong right now with these kills, and they're trying to abuse them like it.
I mean, like one will kill their collapse dies. That's not just 1 lane. That's 2 lanes of barracks. Maybe even 3.
I mean, they have the AC down the bottom there as well for Lycan. The Shadow Fiends are just going to work on these buildings.
Alright, they don't have BKBs on HR for another 10-15 seconds, so wisely retreating after taking the mid melee and the bottom ranged. Team Spirit slipping. Outpost grabbed. 2 bounty runes there for HR. Ramses with a tip on Lol. Don't know what that's about.
Tips him back though. Ooh, all right. Okay, so the new state of things is that we didn't get a finish set on either side. We got 1 melee down, 1 range down here. But Team Spirit are going to have to reevaluate how they're going to take these fights. Hellraisers are not giving them a break at all.
He's dead. Lol's dead. Shadow Fiend damage. Scarlet Slide. Blast off on. Antares set up by his team. Or Drow Ranger had a BKB and pipe to the high ground. Look at the wolf. The dragon. The animals. They're all coming for you. And he clips the bear back into the static storm. Dead to the Raiders and gone for 75 seconds. That's Team Spirit done now. They've got no Drow Ranger, no carry. All they can rely on is a big blink echo slam. So if Hellraisers can space themselves and make sure they dodge it, everything is
Radiant's
fine.
bottom barracks are
Do
under
not
attack.
get Echo together. I am the Black Dragon. I will handle this.
And stand high ground, scout in the trees, pop the boots
Radiant's
of bearing, or
bottom
the little drums
barracks
on
has
techies. And there's the second full lane claimed. And straight up towards top. Vision of Spirit placed. They were wanting to fight around their ancient, but that's all going to get dewarded now. Ramses with another tip on Lyle. Oh boy.
It's really the, like, this game, I feel like they were so far down in terms of vision. It felt like Spirit just saw everything, and then Solo really committed to just sentries. Like, I know he was going around, he was spamming sentries everywhere. He was throwing down these kinetic fields. He was looking every single nook and cranny to get rid of all of these wards, and that really helped him get back into this game because it slowed Collapse's initiations, and that's why he started getting caught. It also comes down to Hellraisers just recognizing that we're only losing fights because Collapse is just like blowing someone up. Like, these are all starting from this Grim Shaker. We need to try and limit his impact here. He's a one-trick pony, and like I want to cook this thing up there like it's an IKEA meatball, you know?
Okay, Blink Echo. They've got SF to half HP, but Kirtaka just BKBs, and now what? Collapse. And now what? 3 heroes down for the price of nothing. And a glimpse. Who the hell are they called? No one, because Lol BKBs. Now it's Drow and DP hiding in their fountain, just cowering and waiting for the game to end. Dying by back, but no Earthshaker Echo, no Rubik for 30 seconds. Tier 4's under assault, and Hellraisers looking like they're going to be top spot here in Eastern Europe. Drow goes to work, breaks up the DK, Ramses turns and fights. They're going to kill off Ramses here, but Drow Rangers stuck. Here's the Shadow Fiend. 4 staffed out of the Ooh! Antares is there. Yatoro down, and Kirtaka can clean up. Easy pickings for the Shadow Fiend. He wants the high five as well.
Radiant's middle tower.
Look at me. Lines up the Requiem.
Well,
And
Death
throws
taxes
forward.
and disruptor winning. I don't know. Like, but that's Eastern Europe, baby.
Inevitability trend.
Dude, I think Mapochka and Yara at the same time, the hands are just like, oh man, and look at that. The fist bumps, the pop-offs. Congratulations all around.